Hello and welcome back to Let's Dank Spore Scientist. I am Solinus Dracone, and we are now in the civilization stage. And this is where a little bit of danking can actually come into play. It's not unusual to get a little bit of advantage out of this stage here. So first things first, we want to go ahead and get ourselves situated. Now, I've chosen a couple of my own houses and such with the trick that I showed in the last episode about how to take a building and actually use it. Now, I'm just double checking my video feed to make sure that it lines up, and it is. So I've got Classic Home, which I've altered very slightly, and I chose that because it looks like a home, and the Cirque Club, I like to use that. And the Colonial Smokestack, I like to use that. So I've got all of my houses all set up, and we're going to go ahead and make a boat. Now it's very, very good. Of course, we're going for a speedy boat here, and that's what we want to do. So it's very good to have a location that's seaside, because that means you can send out a boat to start capturing the spice derricks as early as possible. So I usually make one boat and one extra car, so I have a total of 2 cars and 1 boat. And the first thing I'm going to do is send these cars going and capturing spice geysers and all of that. Try to do it as fast as possible because it's free at this stage, but we are going to get some competitors showing up. I like to send the cars in opposite directions from each other, just so that they're doing a nice circuit of whatever continent you happen to be on. And of course there's usually 4 actual spice geysers to be found in the ocean. Seriously, car? Seriously? Want to go and do something, car? And boat, why aren't you doing a damn thing? I may have made a miscalculation here. Shit. I did fuck up. Okay. Well, that's not gonna bode very well. I'm not used to starting at the top of the continent. Oh well, I'm sure everything will be fine. Okay. That car is cleared up. The boat is now free. Let's go ahead and capture this, because that's the closest one. We want to try and get as much as possible before the next fucking nation shows up. Okay, well, we can still manage to snag a few spice derricks, and it's not a big deal because as an economic, you actually get to buy out those spice derricks there. So that means that, and that's completely risk-free. I have never actually had anybody get angry. So let's see about bribing these guys here. It does kind of tick them off a little bit, but you know what, it's not a big deal. Although, it would appear as if there is an epic that probably killed my fucking guy. So no big deal, no big deal, you know, we're just going to try and work it as best as possible. Hull is a little bit pissed off at me, and now we got this fucking shit right here to worry about, but that's okay. That's alright. Just try to collect some spice. These guys are popping up fast, actually. And it's a lot more fast and furious when you're in this part of the game here, because essentially you are fighting against the clock. You're also going to have quite a few people that are doing their own wars with each other. So, for the most part, you can actually finish this stage out without any muss or fuss if you just adhere to some of the tactics. And Crimson Nation is actually resisting trade. That is not the Ferengi way. Let's try this again. You can avoid a lot of trouble if you just try to keep on everybody's good side. So I'm going to go ahead and just generate a little army of cars, enough to start doing trade with the Red Nation. And you just want to be careful. You don't want to tick anybody off too much. This is all about bribery and paying off the enemy to keep you safe. With any luck, I'll be able to capture that spice derrick that's up in Yellow's territory here. And we're going to piss people off no matter what we do. So here's the situation. You want to go ahead and let yourself get to allied status. Excuse me, I can't talk for shit. You want to get to allied status before you try to buy a city, because there's a very higher likelihood that they will give you a better price for it. So just wait until that face turns green before considering buying. And you're going to have to do quite a bit of bribing here, too. Now, there's also an art to setting up the houses. I kind of touched on that before, but it depends on the particular configuration that you have. And in this case, we've got this one with the slanty line that goes in this corner, and then like only 3 here with no branches. So the way I like to do that is I'll put a house down here, a smokestack there, and my one entertainment building right there. And try to build up your money buildings before you build up your other stuff. Sometimes you really can't help it, but you know, it is what it is. And I just want to get that cash flowing in, because I'm going to be pulling in a lot of income to try and do this here. So I don't need my ship anymore. My ship has captured all the spice derricks I'm ever going to need. And I'm going to see about capturing this particular derrick right here. You know, I'm just going to be straight up ganking it from them. Looks like Orange Nation's getting a little bit aggressive too. So, you know, that's just how it goes. I do need to get Holly. Did I lose a car? I'm pretty sure I lost a fucking car somewhere. A little bit of a war starting here. Orange is already on the prowl. Oh well. You there. Go ahead and take Orange's derrick. Bribe those motherfuckers. Because if you take a derrick, that's fine. You know, so what if they start a war with you? You can always just buy your way out of that war. No big deal. We are in very much good standing with these folks, but I'd like to just go ahead and finish building my own city, because every time I capture a new one, I'm going to need to fill their things up too. So I always put a maximum of 3 of the factories in there and 1 building of entertainment, and just fill the rest out with all the little abodes. So 3,600 is about the best you can get from a big city, except 4,000 I've managed to get before, but it's really rare and only on certain city types. So, you know, there's not much you can do here, and we're maxed out in this city. There's no more buildings we can put down. So let's just try our best to capture shit. So looks like the Red Nation could use some buying out now, actually. So we're gonna try to lowball them. 4,000? No. Dang, now we gotta start all over. Oh well. That's how it goes. If you lowball them, that's fine, no big deal. And actually it helps if you got an allied nation that decides to take over the whole fucking planet. What is going on over here? Well, Orange is power. We admire your tracts of land. I want to get these guys into a little bit more high favor. I want to get them actually to blue face there, so that way I can begin to trade with them a little easier. So I am just bribing the shit out of them. They are going to go ahead and overthrow the continent, and that's just fine. You know what? I don't mind. I don't mind if one faction overthrows the whole continent, because you can play the calm game here. You can be all cool mo-D. You can do that sort of a thing. Because in the end, you are still going to end up a winner as long as nobody's at war with you. Alright, so they did not take 4,000 gold before, which, you know, that's not surprising. Let's go ahead and offer some more gifts to the Orange Nation. And since I've already got these guys, since I've already got this city ready to buy out, let me see about going ahead and starting trade with that other nation. That way I can stop bribing the shit out of them. These guys should give up at 8,000. Great. Okay, we can continue to influence. So we've got all the spice derricks on this continent. Let's go ahead and buy this city. Great, it's ours now. I didn't feel like doing the whole ceremony there. I'll do it for the next one. I'm shorting you guys on a scene. And of course, let's go ahead and bring in our handy-dandy little perk guide, and the perk for going blue is going to be increased spice production, which is fan-freaking-tastic. All that other crap is practically useless. Biodisasters, pff, what are those? Alright, they don't like the fact that we took over their spice derrick, but that's okay. We are doing just fine. Yellow Nation is a bitch. Well, okay. Guess we lose some money on that. Well, let's just go ahead and, they already put out some buildings for us, that's great. 1200, 1600, I guess the best you can do is 1200, but you want a little bit of happiness. The happiness affects how often your city is going to celebrate. And if the celebrations happen, then that makes that 1200 a minute double to 2400 a minute, so that's good. Whenever your city is celebrating, they're doubling their income there. What the hell? Yellow Nation, we paid your asses. Okay, we got them to not be at war with us. Wow, Yellow Nation are going to be some bitches here. I know that much is going to be a fact. Okay, Orange Nation is already cool with us. That's great. And really, after I've captured this whole continent, we can try to play the diplomatic game, just sit back and let them, you know, do their little thing. One of the downsides, as I've probably mentioned before, being a military nation, is that you have to destroy all the buildings when you take over a city. And the problem with destroying all the buildings when you take over a city is that you have to pay to put those buildings back in, so that could take a while. When you're an economic or a religious nation, it's not so much a big deal. You just want to try to keep the peace. Don't get anybody angry with you here, you know? Just try to keep it calm. Let the whole world blow itself up. You'll be there in the end to buy your way out. So let's see, our trade routes have got us a plus 50, and that's about as far as we go. Alright, let's try to buy this bitch. 8,000? Aw, they don't like. Alright, fair enough. That's just how business goes. I think we might try an aggressive economic strategy. If Blue Nation stays cool with us, then you know, we might be able to go ahead and take over that continent. And if we take over that continent, we can steal all the spice derricks and just improve our income. So they didn't take 4,000 for this city, and it's a fucking dipshit little city, so they gotta take 8,000 for it next, right? They gotta, right? Things are going a little slowly here, so let me churn out a couple more cars. Everybody start trading. We want that business flowing. We want that dollar. And it's a lot easier to, you know, follow a nation that is your friend. It's just a lot easier to do that. If you got a nation that gets allied with you and is friendly with you and they start taking over other stuff, that's easy money right there. But I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. 8,000? We still are insulting their parents' parents. They want 16,000 for this rinky-dink little 4-building town. Little 5-building city. They must be crazy. We might have to, I don't know. Let me see what happens if I give them some gift. 4,000... 8,000. Okay, so maybe this time they'll take 8,000 for it. That's a little experiment we're going to do here. We've spent the same amount of money either way, but this is for science. So now, this nation is ready to buy, so will you take 8,000 now? Wow. Well, fuck you guys then. Man. I am not at all pleased with this. Orange Nation are bitches. Blue Nation looks like they don't really give a crap about us. Let me go ahead and just tell them how much I admire them. See, it doesn't take long with this army of fucking cars, and I might actually have to bust out with airships here. Alright, we'll give you the 16. You bitches. Alright, economic takeover. piles of money everywhere. You bought out this religious city. If you keep this specialty, you should target cities with low happiness in order to convert their citizens. Choose the city's specialty. Economic, bro. Blew all the way. So this city could use a little bit of remodeling here. So let me move this over here, and let me swap this over here. 1,200 a minute. Maybe we can make... Nope, 1,200 a minute. That's what you get. Okay, that'll do. Now we're going to send all of our guys to try and buy out Orange Nation once and for all. Well, thank you. Take care. Nice talking to you. So who did Orange Nation just capture? They didn't capture shit. No, they didn't capture shit, actually. What the fuck is that all about? Alright, well, let's get them trading this way. I remember I lost a car to an epic, so let me make sure there's no epics that are going to be all up in our grill. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. Scientician City is celebrating. Awesome. Alright, so is everybody still happy with us? Is everybody still chill? Everybody good? Everybody good? Alright then. We'll be trading all day, every day. Now, once you've captured 4 cities, then you can start aggressively buying, bribing everybody else by just pumping all sorts of money into their coffers. You can try to peace out the world, and at that point, really, a lot of nations will start allying with you, so let's give that a go. We're going to have obscene amounts of money coming in. Let's see if we can't push this to be a short stage. It's probably not going to be that lucky. Alright, let me check the environs. Looks like we're okay. And there's another benefit, too, to taking all the spice derricks that you can early and even bribing them out, is that you can choke out other nations. If you take their spice derricks from them, you prevent their growth capabilities. And growth capability for a nation is everything. Boy, Yellow Nation are really packing it in there. Looks like Yellow and Orange are enemies, so I'm wondering what happens if we just eliminate Orange altogether. We dominate the sea. Let's see here. Purple Nation and Red Nation, whatever that's called, they are currently having a little bit of a religious debate. We'll leave them to it. Best not to get involved in that sort of thing. What's going on, guys? Red Nation. Well, let me just go ahead and admire your tracts of land. Just try to avoid getting into a war, that's all. Alrighty, this particular town is ready to buy. Can we get away with 8,000? No, we insult their parents. Whatever. It's not going to take long to get that back up, so we just chillax. That is a landlocked city. That is unfortunate for them. That is unfortunate for them. So I kinda tried something with my last video. I was trying to use Windows Movie Maker to export into 60 FPS. That didn't work out so great. I had a little bit of choppiness there, and it certainly didn't translate to YouTube as 60 FPS. So, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. I don't know if higher FPS is even doable through Windows Movie Maker. I've got the bitrate on Open Broadcaster set a little bit lower, actually, and I don't even know if a bitrate lower or higher on Open Broadcaster makes a difference. I just don't know. Honestly, there's not much that I need to put at 60 FPS, and I'll be honest, I'm probably going to have to end up using some kind of shit-ass software like Premiere that's just as complicated as Adobe gets. I don't like having to learn all that crap. But, if that's what it takes, if 60 FPS is make or break, then, what you're going to do. Alright, they won't take 8,000. Let's try 16. Nobody turns down 16 when they're your ally. This bitch is ours. You've bought out this religious city. Choose a specialty. And we got planes. Except there's clipping. Whee! Sweet. Okay, so you know we're going to be making use of this. Success! Even the mighty wind now obeys our technology. The aerofunnel and vortex tube will allow you to build vehicles that float and spiral miles above the surface of our planet. Okay, economic as usual. Yellow's angry at us. Let's send a couple gifts their way. There we go. Everybody's happy. Now, I don't think we are in good enough standing with Yellow to start trading with them, although they might logically be the next step, so you know what? Let's try to buy our way into their good graces. They're gonna be a trouble for us overall, so let's see, 26. Let me sell all my cars, because we're done with those for right now. Going to send a boat over. And might as well... There we go. Okay. Boy, Yellow Nation are cheaply bought. Let's go ahead and send out our boats. Looks like Blue Nation has a thing or two to say to them. But I reckon... And hell, even if Blue Nation takes over, I don't think they're going to be that hard to buy off. So let's go, start the trade. If we can buy this city before Blue Nation captures it, then more is the better. That's the closest, it's the closest city for us, is it? Well, fair enough. Yellow Nation are our allies. And then, of course, we're going to try and make smoochy smooch with Blue Nation afterwards, so, action-packed. Boy, Blue Nation are really kind of getting aggressive there. Well, that's actually going along pretty quickly, all things considered. Yeah, I might have to make some flying machines in a bit, but the ships, the ships, they just make so much money. Yellow Nation does have most of the planet, though. See, the minimum to actually get other cities to start allying with you is actually 4 cities. If you don't have 4 cities, if you don't have airplane capabilities, you are not going to get the other cities to start allying with you. So, even if Yellow Nation takes over the whole planet, if it's just them and us left, and we're allied with them, then that's going to be it. They'll just, they'll declare the war is over, and, we're all on the same side. And that converts all the nations. Every last one of them, it converts them. So, alright, this is a troubled city, guys. Maybe you wanna... Nah, fuck it, I can afford all this shit. Alright. Not optimally set up. 1600, 1600, 1600. Best we can do. Alright. Alright, let's just go ahead and bribe these guys. They seem to be fairly okay with us. Okay. You guys still alright? Yeah, cool. Okay, let's go steal your spice derrick now. And, boy, this is not a seaside nation either. Screw it. I think it's time to start doing some diplomacy here. Oh yeah, and quick. Alright. Gonna have to buy these guys favor. They are really pissed at us. Alright, we done? Okay, cool. They are really pissed at us. Yellow is on the verge of being something. Let's go ahead and just start trying to bribe our way into everybody's favor. At the very least, get these guys happy enough with us that we could start to trade. Are you seriously trying to take this shit back? Come on, blue guys. That's a bitch right there. Come on, stop trying to take our fucking Derek. God. Let's just go ahead and try to get Blueface with Blue Nation. They are a very expensive people to buy out. And they're not gonna have a chance to take anybody over. Awesome. Okay. Let's just send an armada. A trading armada. So the fuck what? Who gives a shit if you take that Derek back? Are you attacking me? Do stop attacking me, if you please. Yes, can you not see we are friends now? Oh my god, these guys. Alright, well, you know what? If they start following over here, we got turrets already, so it's all good. Just get that sweet hot trade action going. We could go a little faster if we had airships, but I guess I'm going for a badge. Well, let's just design an airship at least. I always just select the fastest one, tower of airship. They don't really get significantly better as far as trading capability goes. 16/56 versus 1663. Well, I guess let's do the Telehik Schnickdune. Just have them. And everything is all good if we're just friendly with everybody. So let's go ahead and start buttering up Red Nation. We admire your white tracts of land, because once Blue Nation's down, then that's it. So let's see if Red Nation can be super friendly, awesome, happy times with us. They are taking a bit of effort to buy. 28. Okay, cool. Let's keep going to green, because I think once we get Blue Nation, then that's the end of all wars ever. And we are going to have the whole world all to ourselves. Our faction wins. Alright, they're our allies. We may have to pay them off a bit more, because they tend to get a little angry when you conquer another nation. And when that happens, then, you know, you just keep bribing them or try to do something that'll get you into their good stead. I am not about to send out my global merger. I don't even have 6 cities. Nah, we can afford to be peaceful. Because what, red and yellow are fighting each other. Yeah, that's fine. We're not currently trading with them. I am wondering what happened to that blue vehicle there. Alright, Yellow Nation has declared 100% alliance with us. Red Nation is on the fence about it. Let me see if I can't butter you guys up a bit more. See, our generous gifts. We could be a little bit more generous with our gifts. Okay. Just got Red Nation allied with us, so they should declare on our side shortly. Oh, Blue Nation. That was interesting. But Red Nation is the last man standing. What you gonna do, guys? What you gonna do? Red Nation is going to declare for us soon. Yep. Bam. That's awesome. So yeah, all you have to do is just ally yourself with everybody. Now, this particular type of setup here lends itself well to this sort of thing. So we do want to go ahead and get all of these cities all nice and ready to go. There's no point to putting a factory right there. Right, yep, 3,600, that's as much as we could get from this shape of city. We are going to capture this particular spice derrick here. Uncontested, I might add. Get rid of all of our cars. Make one here. Go and capture this nation up, and let's just start building. Alright, what do you guys got going on here? Not bad. Yep, that's all we need. And actually, it's a good idea to put down some turrets, because when you hit the space stage, the turrets are used for defense, and you want to spend as much money as possible while you're in this particular stage. That is what you need to do. Alright, spend all the money in the civilization stage, because when you get to the space stage, it's a flat, even, 100,000 that you get to start off with. So you don't save any money from this stage. It does not add to your Spore Bucks coffer. So spend it all up. Let me go ahead and gear all this. Get my cities at maximum, and of course immediately after you're done getting into the space stage, you're actually going to find that the cities have a few extra slots there. To be honest, it's not really worth wasting money during the space stage on actually building up any of your cities on your home turf, because there's just a maximum amount of output they have. That's just all there is to it. So you're not ever going to get the home planet to be putting out spice at a rate that the other colonies that you put on other planets can manage, which is just fine, actually, considering the fact that red spice is pretty fucking worthless. So let's see, 1200, 1600, yep. I mean, you still want to have some spice output, because you want to have a little bit of spice ready to go for trading purposes. Okay. Biggest mistake they made was putting a factory right next to an entertainment building. Yep, in these smaller cities I put 2 factories, 1 entertainment building, so let's see. That one's good, that one's good, that one's good, that one's good, this one's good, this one's good, this one, this and this. Okay. Let's send him on that continent over to grab that, and then let's send this guy here to grab that, because we want to capture all the spice geysers too. Get us another little achievement. And it'll tell you when you've gotten all the spice geysers. Yep, come down here. That should be the last one. And then we'll just see how the stage ends. And this was actually fairly productive. It didn't take very long at all in comparison to the tribal stage and the creature stage. Yep, every last bit of spice. So the whole world belongs to us, and now let's go ahead and at least get started on the space stage. We stayed blue all the way. Awesome. So now we have achieved the scientist card, and we get gravitation wave, the ultimate weapon against planets. And they are going to want us to make a spaceship, aren't they? Yeah, they sure are. I am not gonna design a fucking spaceship. The vehicle creation is just madness for me. So let's just pick a ship that I feel would look like it's just a rich-ass spaceship for... And to be honest, we're not even trying to be rich-ass anymore. We're trying to be scientists. So let's pick a very scientific-looking spaceship. That's evil. This one looks actually aesthetically pleasing, although Moon Invader. Oh, that Moon Invader. I'm going for Moon Invader. Oh yeah, look at that scientific-ass spaceship. Yeah. That's mine. So yeah, when the next stage picks up, which, we're about to be in it, then we will start doing the missions. We are a god. This really isn't a continuous game, if I'm frank with you here. I'm not sure what they mean by continuous game, I guess. Sweet, got that achievement. We are now scientists. And now our spaceship lifts to the heavens. Liftoff. You've successfully developed a ship capable of spaceflight. The heavens beckon, the cosmos awaits, the universe is at your fingertips. If you can learn to fly this thing. Yeah, you ain't kidding. Name my captain. Oh my god, I need to name him something. Ooh, what's a name? He's a scientific shark monster. That's a good question. Scientific shark monster. Well, let's just name him Nerd Jaws. I suck. Starman, conquer all the other cities in the civilization stage and launch your first whatever. So this is where we are going to call it for this particular episode. I do thank you for watching. This is Solon Estracone, and this has been Let's Dank Spore Scientist.